Good morning and welcome. We're so pleased that you could all be here for this great presentation that Universal Pictures has presented to you all. And you know, I don't want to jinx anything, but with more than $600 million are already taken in at the 2017 box office, Universal is well on their way to a record-setting year and exceeding the record that was set in 2015. And just wait till you see what titles they have in store for you in just a few moments. And to say that, and this is to say that records are meant to be broken, and I hope that Universal is able to do it this year. But before we officially acknowledge this morning's sponsor, I want to give a big shout out to the Cinemark team up there in the balcony up there. Welcome, there's 400 of you up there. You've been enthusiastic. I know you've been enjoying this week, and it's been great. Being able to share the excitement of CinemaCon and all that the studios have this show, not only the opportunity that you have to go to the trade show, to see all the new equipment, all the new concessions, this has just been an absolute great event for you, and I'm glad you're all here. You're welcome. Pay attention, don't get out of hand, and you'll be back. For all of us in the industry, and I'm not talking about just those here in the United States, I'm talking about globally, there's no greater focus that's been placed than that upon the guest and the movie-going experience. This is an area that we all have to excel in if we're going to drive our business to new heights. Growth in attendance and usage frequencies is based on many initiatives, and one thing that both have in common is the D BOX experience. With over 20 years of success, a presence in over 35 countries, and more than 600 screens, moviegoers around the world, and this includes our very own Pharr, Texas, and Redwood City, California, locations. It's no wonder that D BOX is the global leader in immersive motion technology. Bob Raposo is the Vice President of Sales for America and Europe and the Middle East for D BOX Entertainment. Bob brings over 20 years of proven experience in sales and business development to D BOX. His industry experience, his financial background, coupled with his extensive network of contacts, are key advantages that play an important role in the success of D BOX everywhere. Please join me in welcoming Bob Raposo.
Thanks, Mark, for that very generous introduction, and I'd like to say thank you to Cinemark for being an outstanding partner with us, close to 200 screens in the US and Latin America. So before I get started, you know, I gotta say I'm a little bit nervous and maybe a little bit unsettled about being here on the CinemaCon stage. Like, this is awesome. You know, with all the Hollywood greats that have donned this stage before, like Dwayne Johnson, and Matt Damon, George Clooney, Mitch Newhouser. I'm really glad that joke worked, actually. That settled me down a little bit. So before I get started, you know, I want to tell you, I recently went to watch Beauty and the Beast with my daughter, Clara. And she was really, really excited. Not only because she loves the story, but because Daddy was taking her to see it in D BOX. I was so amazed at how the story came alive and the images felt so real. And I could tell that people in the D BOX seats were truly transported and immersed into the narrative. And that magic doesn't just happen on its own. Studios spent countless hours with our motion designers to create the immersive motion design that makes this truly a unique experience that you cannot get at home, and you absolutely cannot get on your phone. Hollywood movie makers are also recognizing that adding immersive motion enhances the storytelling and gets consumers into your movie theaters, and they are willing to pay an $8 to $10 premium for that experience. Immersive motion is a growing revenue category, so much so that this once small company called D BOX is in now over 35 countries and growing, in over 600 screens and growing, and delivering over 50 titles to your movie theaters. Today, our company continues to push the boundaries with our new D BOX recliner experience and D BOX VR. And I gotta tell you that VR plus D BOX Motion is going to be a significant catalyst for VR expansion into your movie theaters, without a doubt. You know, it's really, really exciting to be here today in front of the Universal presentation. We've really come a long way since 2009, when D BOX launched its very first picture at the Grauman's Chinese Theater, Fast and Furious 4. Fast forward to Fast and Furious 7, and I recall an amazing scene in which Dwayne Johnson, he grabs Jason Statham's arm, lifts him up in the air, and delivers his world-famous rock bottom, boom! For the first time ever felt in D BOX. It was really, really awesome. And I can't wait for the next installment coming out in a few weeks. You know, we are in the business of entertaining and telling stories that people want to see, that people want to hear, and now people want to feel. Our roots lie in training U.S. military pilots in precision simulation motion, but our passion is giving moviegoers the best experience they will ever feel. At the end of the day, our guests want to be entertained with great characters, unforgettable images, outstanding sound, and now with amazing motion that blurs the line between where the seat begins and where the screen ends, that immerses you in this compelling story, that you're not just watching a movie, that you're feeling the action. And that's us. That's D BOX. That's our story. We want you to feel the action. Thank you for your time this morning. Now we're going to throw it to our sizzle reel. Have a great CinemaCon. I'm back for just a short little visit